And then state if you all will just offer what you're going to offer through that witness. And I'll let the jury know that both parties had a chance to question her.
Just the ones that you have.
Oh, I saw you already.
You can say that one, just leave it to that one.
Oh,
You want to do that? And Judge,
Yes.
this doesn't be on the record right now, but what we're gonna do, if you don't, I mean, it's not up to you. We were gonna go ahead and play the other 911, but play it up to that point and turn it off.
and then we'll substitute it out.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, just so that we can, and then we'll introduce the redacted version later on. That's okay. That's fine.
Yes. All right, are both parties ready?
And if it starts going past 1:13, you're gonna see me jump and dive like that guy attacked that judge. And
Oh my God.
Oh, don't come this way. You know
I'll be
why?
attacking them.
Because I already have a plan. Okay. All right, let's bring them in.
All right, the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. So ladies and gentlemen, the last witness that testified, both the state and the defense had a chance to speak with her. So that's why she's no longer on the witness stand. They've questioned her, and those are all of the questions that are going to be asked of her. All right, state.
Your Honor, may we publish the exhibit number 4?
Are you?
Or well, we're moving to offer states exhibits number 4 and 5.
All right, defense, the court is aware of your previous objection. States exhibits number 4 and 5 will it be admitted?
May we publish?
Yes.
Yes, I'm on 410. Hello? I'm on 410. Okay. Before the energy calling, has anybody called?
About what?
There's a truck. Doesn't that car pass by and he's hitting a black truck. I got the license plate.
Okay, it's a red truck. What's the license plate?
It's like a great truck hitting a black SUV. R as in Robert, D as in David, T as in Tommy, 5133. There's a lady. Right.
David, here's Tango 5133, correct?
5133.
Right, and it's a great truck.
The owner of that truck is hitting another black SUV, and there's a lady in the SUV, and there's a lot of people, and she's.
Judge, at this point, that's all we're gonna publish at this moment,
All right, thank you.
and we're prepared to call our next witness.
All right, call your next witness.
All right, the state court deputy Garcia.
All right, if you'll take a seat here, please. All right, if you'll take a seat here, please. Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record, please.
Jason Garcia.
All right, state.
Thank you, Judge. Deputy Garcia, can you please just introduce yourself to the jury?
Yes, I'm Deputy Jason Garcia with the Bear County Sheriff's Office.
All right, and you, obviously a Bear County Sheriff's deputy. How long have you been with the Bear County Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Bear County 29 years.
29 years? And so I'm assuming that you've gone through some, I guess, education and training to be in that position of 29 years in the Bear County Sheriff's Office. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And just briefly, the training that you went through, can you just briefly describe that to the jury?
It ranges anywhere from basic patrol training to tactics training, SWAT training, mental health training for handling mental health individuals that have problems with mental health.
Okay, thank you. And I know that probably you've gone through other training throughout the years that you've been a deputy, like continuing training, is that correct?
Yes.
And then also, I guess, 29 years on the force, you have some other experiences with law enforcement, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna ask you, what are your current duties as a deputy?
As I was currently assigned to the what is called the Street Crimes Unit and assigned to SWAT at the same time. And the TAC medic team as an EMT.
Okay, so we've gone over a little bit of the history, but I'm gonna take you back to a particular day back in 2023. In particular, March 16, 2023. Were you on duty in the early morning hours or not early morning, just the early morning of that day?
Yes, sir.
And I believe around 10 a.m., is that correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
And I know that I've spoken to you about this case before, and also Megan has, Ms. Galloway. What drew your attention that day to anything in particular?
Well, we were, my partner and I were on the access road of 410 near Fredericksburg Road. And we saw a vehicle pass us by with what drew my attention to was a broken back window of the vehicle. And people inside the vehicle were kind of moving around frantically, looking back at the same time. So that just kind of that's what kind of drew our attention to that particular vehicle. Not only that the window was broken, but that was it was raining that day, and that was real odd to be driving around with a broken window uncovered. Usually most people try to cover it up with some kind of plastic or whatnot.
That brought your attention to this in particular vehicle?
Yes.
Do you recall what type of vehicle it was?
It was a SUV type of vehicle. Yes.
And you had an opportunity to view your dash cam and also your body cam
Yes.
On that particular day. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that helped you refresh your memory of that
Yes.
day?
Yes, it did.
And then you also had an opportunity, you wrote a report for that day, is that correct?
Correct.
And you had an opportunity to look at that report.
Yes.
And if you, at any time during your testimony, you need to refer to that report again, please let me know. I do have a copy here.
Okay.
Who else was, were you riding alone in this vehicle, the patrol vehicle, or were you with another deputy?
No, I was the passenger, but I was riding with another deputy. Yes.
And what's the name of that deputy?
R. Calderon, Richard Calderon.
And again, is that person also depicted in the body cam and also the dash cam?
Yes, he is.
And at any point did you, were you able to, well, one, did y'all pull that vehicle over, or how did you go about contacting this black SUV?
Well, our initial intent was to pull it over. One, for the broken back window and the people moving around frantically in our line of work and in this unit that we work. People that tend to get nervous start looking back a lot. These people were looking back a lot, moving around frantically. You start seeing people moving around frantically in the vehicle. You start wondering, hey, what are they doing? They're seeing us. Are they nervous? Are they hiding something, or are they getting something? On top of that, you have the broken back window. That was just led to a kind of a red flag. So we decided we were going to pull it over. But at that time, we couldn't get behind it to light it up, but it did pull into the QT, and we saw that an opportunity to pull in to see what was going on with this vehicle.
And just real quick, you say light it up.
Excuse me, activate our traffic, our red and blue lights, and to signify
I just wanted to
pull somebody
clarify.
over.
I mean, I watch too many war movies or something like that,
understand.
Joe. I just want to clarify that you're trying to pull the vehicle over,
Yes.
and that means light up and put on your top
Yes,
lights.
yes, I
Okay.
apologize for that, yes, that.
And so did this vehicle end up pulling over into a convenience store or gas
Yeah,
station?
yes, it was the QT right at the corner of Fredericksburg and 410.
And a QT is that a convenience store?
Yes, yes, gas station convenience.
And when you pulled this vehicle over, or rather it pulled over and y'all pulled up behind it,
Yes.
and what did you do at that point?
We got out typically as the conductor traffic stop, the Deputy Calderon went to the driver's side. I went to the passenger side to provide cover and also just to keep an eye on that side. And then at that time, that's when the passengers and the driver immediately, they stepped out of the vehicle, and that's when.
And if you recall, how many individuals were in that SUV?
Three were.
And were those individuals male or female?
They were all female.
And can you please describe to the jury their demeanor, how they were acting?
You could see them as first when you pull them over, they were frantic, of course, or moving around a lot in the back. When they exited, they were crying frantically, kind of frantic. Look how they kind of scared in a way. The passenger was not so much crying, but she looked like she had the appearance of her, and the look on her face looked like she was worried about something or something was going on. It wasn't your typical traffic stop, if you would say, demeanor of somebody being pulled over, especially the driver. The people that got out on the driver's side, they were crying more hysterically than normal.
And like you said before, you made contact with the passenger on the passenger side, the passenger side. And I guess the other deputy made contact with the driver and the other passenger.
Yes.
Okay. And you're a deputy in this situation, and I'm sorry, what was your duties as, like, in general, street crimes, you said?
It's a street crimes unit. It is a proactive unit within the sheriff's department. It's a little different than your typical patrol officer, which a patrol officer might respond more to barking dogs, loud noises, or burglary of a vehicle. Street crimes unit is more of a proactive unit. We're more geared toward looking for or pulling over vehicles with probable cause for looking for gang members, guns, and drugs.
And so in particular, in this case, y'all happened to see this vehicle. Y'all weren't searching for this vehicle. Y'all just happened to see this vehicle on the road.
Yes.
And so the duties of investigating anything with this car, that doesn't necessarily fall to you. Does it fall to, I guess, a detective or investigator?
With investigating so one more time, sir?
Are you investigating? I mean, I guess you're investigating at all times, but are you responsible for going into more details about follow up with the, in a sense, investigating the full spectrum of what was happening that day?
Not in its whole entirety, just to say, maybe figure out what's going on with this vehicle. Why is the back window shattered? Why are people moving around frantically in the vehicle up until a certain point? After that, if it needs to be passed on to an investigator, it's passed on to the investigator to follow through with the whole case in itself.
So in a sense, you spoke with individuals that were in that black SUV. And after you spoke with them, did you contact anybody in the Bexar County Sheriff's Department?
Yes, we contacted our supervisors of the unit, my supervisor of the unit, and an investigator of the unit.
And due to that, there was a further investigation done on this case?
Yes, they came out and they made the location and conducted their investigation of what had happened.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked state exhibit number 8 on the sleeve of this. And also state exhibit number 9.
Yes, sir.
One, these are envelopes that contain disc. The disc in each of these envelopes, state exhibit 8 and 9. Do you know what those are?
Yes, these are the dash cam and the body, I believe the body worn cam. Yes, the body worn cam that was showed.
Now, how do you know those are ones that body cam and a dash cam?
This is my signature and badge number and signature and badge number on both of them
Can you identify which one he's talking about specifically?
Oh, I'm sorry. The state exhibit number 8 is the dash cam, and state exhibit number 9 is the body cam.
Thank you.
Now, you viewed these and they fairly and accurately represent what they purport to be in there?
Yes, sir.
And now, other than state exhibit number 9 being muted, has anything been changed on
No.
that? And then state exhibit number 8 does not have audio, is that correct?
No, it does not have audio.
Okay. And so both of these fairly and accurately represent that day back March 16th, 2023.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. State will offer state exhibit number 8, 9, and 10 as defense for any.
We have no objection. That's
All right, states exhibit 8 and 9 are admitted without objection.
You're gonna be a published state exhibit number 8.
Yes.
Ms. Galloway. Now, this would be the dash cam, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And I know there's no audio, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. QT, what you mentioned earlier, that convenience store, that's where they're pulling in now?
Yes, sir.
And there, this is a good view of that back window. Is that the back window that you testified to earlier?
Correct.
And now on the right side, somebody came into view. Who was that?
That is the right side of the vehicle. That is myself.
And on the left side, who would that?
That's Deputy Calderon and the driver and the back seat passenger coming out.
Now, is this the portion that you spoke about that you made contact with the occupants of the car?
Yes, correct.
And then you spoke to these occupants of the car to determine what was happening that day?
Yes, the language barrier is a little hindered. The driver and the backseat passenger mainly spoke Spanish. My Spanish is limited, unfortunately, so I had to ask the passenger that exited out the passenger side to help me translate at this time to find out exactly what was going on and what was happening.
And just, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this in a second, but pretty much this is the dash cam. It's not moving around, it stays there for quite a bit of time. Is that correct?
Correct.
And I think at one point you do leave. This whole thing is entered into evidence, but at some point you do leave and then you come back. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop this at 3-minute mark. May Judge, I'm gonna enter state exhibit, not enter, but publish state exhibit number 9.
Yes.
That what I
may
should make-
publish.
Thank you. Deputy, this portion is now state exhibit number 9. This is a depiction of your body cam from that
Yes.
day.
Correct.
And this is you making contact with the occupants of the vehicle.
Yes, yes.
And obviously right now it's showing a very good depiction of that back window that seems to be busted out. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Stop this, 1 minute mark. Deputy, I'm gonna show you what's been marked state exhibit number 3. That's already been entered the evidence. That QT convenience store, is that located on this map?
Yes, yes, it is.
And you're pointing out, can you tell me where you're pointing? Right here.
Right here at the intersection of what looks to be 410 and Frederick.
And actually, it does, actually has a QT there, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And so that's the location where you actually went and made contact with the occupants of the black SUV
Yes,
at the corner of Fredericksburg and 410.
correct, yes, sir.
Now, is this location in this area? In fact, this whole map here. This whole map, are you aware or unaware? Is this in Bear County, Texas?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Thank you. Oh, you mean defense?
I'm sorry, yes,
Thank you,
defense.
Judge. I left the DA's office 20 years ago. Good afternoon, Deputy. I'm John Kuntz. I just have a few questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Both of those videos show the driver's side of the vehicle, correct, of the expedition?
Yes, sir.
And when you're following the expedition into the QT and it pulls up to the gas pumps, you can see kind of alongside of the driver's side of the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
And then your car parks right, sort of angled behind it, right?
Yes, sir.
Both of the doors opened on that side, right?
Yes, sir.
And the passengers were able to get out from that side? Were
Oh, sorry, go ahead, sir.
both of the doors opened, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
And the driver and the backseat passenger were able to exit on the driver's side, right?
Correct.
The windows weren't broken on that side, were they?
Not that I know, they were not broken, no.
The only broken window was the back glass, right?
Yes,
And in fact, there's very little damage to the side of the vehicle, correct? If any.
to the best of my recollection, then very little damage or if any, yes.
Okay. I have nothing further. Thank you.
Still further questions, Your Honor, may this witness be released?
All right, is this witness excused?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. You
All
may
right,
step
thank you.
down. State, call your next witness.
The state calls Deputy E. Garza.
Nice to meet you.
Could you raise your right hand for me, please?
Of course.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record and be sure to keep your voice up.
Enrico Garza.
State.
Deputy Garza, can you please introduce yourself to the jury and let them know how you're employed?
Hello, guys. I'm Deputy Garza with the Berry County Sheriff's Office Crime Scene Unit. Been with the agency for 18 years. Started off at the jail for 5 years, did 6 years on Second East Patrol, and the last 7 I've been here in crime scene.
And what kind of training did you have to undergo to become a police or a deputy with the sheriff's office?
Well, that's a long answer, but nonetheless, I had to complete a academy for my jailer's license as well as my peace service license. Not only did I do that, I also had to undertake courses for crime scene with searching, TEEX, ACOG, and I'm sorry, yes, ACOG.
ACOG?
Correct.
Okay. And were you employed with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office on March 16th, 2023?
Yes,
And were you employed as a CSI on that date?
that is correct.
And did you have to do any specialized training to become, and can you also explain to the jury what CSI stands for?
So CSI in essence stands for crime scene investigation. I am a crime scene unit deputy. With that being said, I do respond to calls for service when an investigation ensues, which meaning I helped photograph, collect evidence, process evidence, and report accordingly, and submit my evidence to be further processed.
Okay. And did you have to undergo any specific training to become a CSI with the sheriff's office?
Yes, I did. I had to undertake courses again with SEARCHI, which is a photo documentation and collection of evidence, as well as preservation. I've also undertaken a course with TEEX. I've undertaken a course with ACOG, and then of course on the job training with the multiple calls that we do respond to.
All right. And on March 16th of 2023, were you dispatched to 4710 Fredericksburg Road in San Antonio, Texas, 78229?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
And what type of location is that?
It is a QT gas station.
Was that located in Bexar County, Texas?
That is correct.
And do you recall why you were dispatched there?
I was dispatched to that listed location due to the fact that there was an incident that needed my assistance in processing the scene. And from my understanding, it was an aggravated assault.
And did you create a report that reflects what you did on scene that day?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And would it help you if you had a copy of that to refresh your memory?
Yes.
And so the call that you were dispatched to, was that documented under incident number BCS 23-00-67439?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. And can you please describe to the jury the scene that you encountered upon your arrival?
So upon my arrival, obviously it was an after the fact type of incident that I responded to. Again, I was requested to process the scene. And when I arrived at location, I did see an SUV type of vehicle parked by the gas station, by the gas pumps. And with several people around it, it was unoccupied at the time.
Okay.
And when I made contact with the handling deputy, as well as the handling investigator, they just advised me of the situation of what occurred and requested that I process it for photographs and collection of items of evidentiary value.
Okay. Now I'm gonna approach you. I'm showing you what's been marked as state exhibits numbers 10 through 20 inclusive. You've seen these photos before, right?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And is that your identifying mark on the back of them?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am, that's correct.
Just take a look. Okay, and are those the photos, states exhibits 10 through 20, are those the photos that you took on the day that we've been speaking about?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they a fair and accurate depiction of the items that are contained within the exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to enter states exhibits 10 through 20 inclusive, and they've been previously tendered to defense for inspection.
I have no objection, Judge. What I would request is that the officer, when he's going through them, identify what is in each picture, like left side of truck or whatever sort of thing, so that the jurors can understand.
All right. States exhibit then numbers 10 through 20 are admitted without objection.
So I'm handing you, it's been marked as, or entered into evidence as states exhibit number 10. Can you please tell me what is depicted in that photo?
Do you want me to show it to the jury?
So if you'll just say what it is and then I'll pass it to you.
So it's gonna be an SUV type vehicle. It looks like to be a Ford as it's annotated in the front of the vehicle, and there's a front side photograph of the vehicle in its entirety.
And what's been entered into evidence as states exhibit number 11.
This is the driver's side view of the vehicle, as if you're standing next to the driver's side, more of a full view of the vehicle that was involved in this incident.
States exhibit number 12.
So this picture is going to be a close-up of what appears to be bodily fluid, apparent blood on the driver's side vehicle of the vehicle, next to the door handle.
States exhibit number 13.
And again, this is also going to be the driver's side of the vehicle, the rear passenger driver's side, and there appears to be some damage to that rear passenger door.
States exhibit number 14.
This also is going to be of the rear driver's side passenger door area where it's obvious that there was some type of damage there that is visible to the naked eye as well as in the photographs by the running board.
States exhibit number 15.
And again, this is just another close-up photograph of the rear driver's side vehicle where there is some paint transfer as well as some damage to that vehicle.
States exhibit number 16.
This right here is a close-up photograph of a broken headlamp.
States exhibit number 17.
This is going to be a rear photograph of this Ford Expedition with the window busted out.
Exhibit number 18.
This is going to be a photograph of the items that were located in the rear of this SUV, where it depicts a fishing pole as well as a metal rod.
States exhibit number 19.
And again, this is just another close-up photograph of said metal rod and fishing pole.
And states exhibit number 20.
The right side of the vehicle, the passenger side of the vehicle, if you're standing right in front of it.
Okay, and under the case number that we've been speaking about, did you see physical evidence in that case?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, and did you bring it to court today at my direction?
Yes, ma'am, the two items that you requested.
Okay, and those two items that you brought, are they labeled as E2 and E3 in your report?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay, and so those items were seized on the date of the offense that we've been speaking about, correct?
That is correct.
And are they labeled under the same case number?
That is correct.
Okay, and on the day that they were seized, you took them to the sheriff's office property room?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're the one that brought them to court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and did you put any identifying marks on them to know that it's the same evidence that you seized on scene?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, if I can. So I've marked this manila envelope as states exhibit number 22 and this object in brown paper as states exhibit number 21. Do you want to look at them? You could go ahead and open them up, please.
Yes, of course.
Well, and at this time, Your Honor, the state would offer states exhibit number 21 and 22 into evidence.
Any objections to 21 and 22?
Hold on. approach, Judge?
Yes.
State, you may proceed. And just going back, so those case exhibits 21 and 22 are the same items that you seized on the offense date. Walked into the property room and brought to court to make that.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
We passed the witness here.
Defense.
May I see the photos? Good afternoon, Deputy. I just have one or two questions for you.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Pardon me, I don't have bifocal, so I have to take my glasses off sometimes. You weren't tasked with determining the amount of damage or anything like that, were you, to the vehicle? That wasn't part of your job, really.
No, sir.
You're not an insurance adjuster or anything like that, correct?
No, sir.
Did you open any of the doors?
Well, I had to open the rear trunk to collect items of evidentiary value, so I'm going to say yes because that is part of a door.
And if a door hadn't operated, you would remember that, or you would have written it in your report, right?
That's correct.
And in fact, the damage noted in particular in State's Exhibit 13, which is a broadside view of the driver's side of the vehicle, correct? Showing mainly the rear door on the driver's side. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The damage, it appears to be a few scratches, right?
Yes, sir.
But the door is not caved in or anything like that, is it?
No, just what appears there, that there seems to be an indentation of some sort.
Okay. And were you aware that an occupant in that vehicle in the back seat was able to get out through that door?
No,
To your knowledge, this expedition wasn't bulletproof or anything, right?
no, I mean, I wasn't told.
Just a normal expedition, right?
Correct.
With regard to the blood, did you learn anything about that?
Learn it in what manner are you talking about?
Did any witness tell you whose blood that might be?
No,
It wasn't explained to you that it was probably the defendant's blood?
no, sir.
Was it sent out for DNA testing?
That I do not know.
Who would know that answer?
The handling investigator?
Did you meet with any of the three occupants of the vehicle?
I'm sure I did because I did photograph persons that were involved in the incident that day.
If any of them had been bleeding, you probably would have noted that, right?
And I did. One of the items that I collected had apparent blood on it, which was a sweater.
If any of the people had
Are
been,
you referring to me photographing if they had injuries?
yes,
It would have been in my pictures, yes.
correct. Okay. I have nothing further. Thank you.
All right, is this witness excused?
By the state, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right. And is he going to take State's Exhibits 21 and 22 with him?
Judges.
With the,
Yeah.
all right, yes, if you'll fill out the receipt then.
Of course. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Am I good to go?
Yes, once you fill out the receipt.
It already is.
All right, thank you.
Just want to say the receipt acknowledged and the white copy will be mine.
State, call your next witness.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Raquel Even Fonzo.
I'm sorry, who?
Raquel Even Fonzo.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is a witness that will use the interpreter as well. All right, thank you. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sí.
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll make sure you keep your voice up and state your name for the record.
Mi nombre es Raquel Ildefonso Ortega.
my name is Raquel Idelfonso Ortega.
State you may proceed.
Miss Raquel, do you live in Bear County, Texas?
Sí,
Yes,
And how old are you?
40.
40,
And how long have you lived in Bear County, Texas?
12 años.
12 years.
Are you married?
Sí,
Yes,
And do you have children?
sí,
yes,
How many children do you have?
3.
3,
And do you know why you're here today?
Sí,
yes.
Why is that?
para testificar contra la persona que nos agredió.
To testify against the person that assaulted us.
So I want to talk about the day that that incident occurred, okay?
Ok,
Okay,
Do you remember what you were doing in the morning before the incident occurred?
iba a una cita médica con mi hija.
I was going to a medical appointment with my daughter.
And which daughters were going to go with you to your appointment?
Británica
Brittany,
And who else?
y me acompañaba mi otra hija, Fátima.
my other daughter, Fatima, was coming along with me.
Okay. And what kind of car were you driving on that day?
Estaba manejando una Ford Expedition negra.
I was driving a black Ford Expedition.
Okay. And what is the road near where you live at?
Es la Tali.
Callie.
Cali Road?
Sí,
Yes,
Okay. And so when you take off from your home, did you drive on Tally Road?
sí.
yes.
And can you tell me what occurred when you were at Tally Road?
Mm. Yo para llegar al doctor con mi hija,
In order to get to the doctor with my daughter,
agarro, para salir de ahí son dos carreteras principales donde tengo que salir.
to get there, I have to take 2 main roads in order to go.
Cuando iba esta persona, yo no sabía que nos iba siguiendo,
When I was going, I didn't know this person was following us.
pero cuando yo iba en Wisman,
But when I was on Wiseman,
yo le dije a mi hija como en broma, oh, parece que esa persona que viene atrás de nosotros nos viniera siguiendo.
and I told my daughter jokingly that it seemed like that person that was riding behind us seemed like he was following us.
Y así se quedó.
And that's the way it remained.
Okay.
Cuando,
I'm sorry. Do you recall the type of vehicle that you believe was following you when you were on Wiseman?
era una camioneta café.
It was a brown truck.
Okay. And for how long did that truck follow you?
Pues no siguió lo que fue porque también agarró lo que son 3 freeways, agarró el 151,
Well, he took, there were 3 freeways that he took. It was 151,
el 410
410,
y el 10 para agarrar para ir al doctor de mi hija.
and 10 in order to get to my daughter's doctor.
Cuando yo iba en el 151, yo todavía miré que esta persona iba atrás de nosotros, pero pues
When I was on 151, I noticed that this person was still riding behind us,
así quedó. Después,
but it stayed that way.
cuando yo subí para agarrar el 410, en el puente del 410 para subir al 410,
When I got on 410, on the bridge in order to access 410,
yo no miré si esta persona nos iba siguiendo
I didn't see whether this person was following us
o se fue derecho por el 151.
or he went straight on 151.
Pero cuando yo iba en el 410
But when I was on 410
y Callahan,
and Callahan,
esta persona en ese entonces yo no sabía que nos estaba aventando su camioneta.
this person, at that moment, I didn't know that he was throwing his truck at us.
Yo pensé que él se quería pasar de carril.
I thought that he
I'm
wanted
gonna
to change
object
lanes.
to narrative, if they could keep it in
Gotta be
questioning
sustained.
format, please.
Okay, and so when the defendant was throwing his vehicle into your vehicle, did your vehicle come to a stop at some point?
Yo bajé la velocidad para que él se pasara.
I lowered my speed limit in order for him to go by.
Él se pasó, pero paró completamente su camioneta enfrente mío.
He passed by, but he stopped his truck completely in front of me.
And when he stopped his truck in front of you, what did you do?
Atrás de mí venía una grúa
Behind me, there was a tow truck
donde él empezó a pitar como que no sé, yo pensé que él no iba a poder parar y,
where he started honking his horn. I don't know, that he was not going to be able to stop
y se iba a impactar con nosotros.
and that he was going to crash against us.
Entonces yo lo que hice fue pasarme
Object to narrative, if they could keep it in question and answer format.
All right, that objection will be overruled.
Entonces yo lo que hice
Then what I did,
fue pasarme al carril de al lado y seguirle.
to go on the next lane and just keep going.
And at that point, what happened?
Yo me fui y yo miré por el retrovisor que como que él se había quedado.
I went on and I saw from the rear view mirror that he had remained behind.
Pero cuando llegamos a la entrada cuando entran del freeway de backup,
When we got to the entry, like when you go from Babcock to go into the entryway,
él me alcanzó y me empezó a aventar su camioneta.
he reached me and he caught up with me and started throwing his truck at me.
Entonces yo me fui haciendo hacia la orilla.
So I started moving towards the side.
Al llegar a la barra de contención,
When I got into the wall,
yo ya no pude hacer nada.
I was not able to do anything.
Entonces él se atravesó enfrente mío
Then he crossed over, got in front of me,
y se bajó y me empezó a decir como que atrás.
he got out and he started telling me like behind.
En ese momento
Objection to narrative again.
Sustained.
So when the defendant got off of his car, where did he go?
Hacia mi camioneta.
Towards my truck.
Okay, and was he on the driver's side by you?
Sí.
Yes,
And was he telling you anything?
I'm gonna object to hearsay.
That'll be overruled.
Yo bajo un poco el vidrio para escuchar qué es lo que me decía porque pensé que se me había caído algo.
I
que-
lowered my window a little bit to see what he was telling me because I thought that something had fallen off.
Cuando él se sube al escalón de mi carro,
When he gets on my truck's step,
mete las manos al vidrio y
he puts his hands inside the window.
me dice, dame a la muchacha que traes atrás, dame a la muchacha que traes atrás. Le digo, ¿cuál muchacha? ¿Cuál muchacha? Yo le decía.
And he puts his hand in and he says, give me the girl that's inside. Give me the girl that's inside. And I said, what are you, girl? What are you referring to?
Él dice, a la que traes atrás. Le
The
digo,
one that you have behind.
yo no tengo por qué dártela.
Objection
I don't have
to
a reason to.
hearsay and a narrative again.
All right, that'll be overruled.
Specifically, Judge, just to be clear for the record, the statements not that were allegedly made by my client, but by her, by any other party.
Their statements against interest and statements against party opponent, Your Honor.
All right, the objection for the witness, you're not allowed to say what other people said except for Mr. Aguilar. All right, you may proceed with your question.
And so who is the girl that was sitting in the back seat? Who was that?
Mi hija Brittany,
My daughter, Brittany,
And so, and how old was Brittany on that day?
tenía 17 años.
she was 17.
And just to be clear, it's your testimony that the defendant was telling you, give me the girl in the back, referring to Brittany.
Sí,
Yes,
Okay. Did you allow Brittany to go with the defendant?
no,
no,
And do you see the individual that was at your car window? Do you see him in court today?
sí.
yes,
Can you please point to him and identify him by an article of clothing that he's wearing?
Es él.
it's him.
Yeah, what color shirt is he wearing?
Azul.
Blue,
Thank you. I'll let the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant. And so once you did not allow Brittany to go with the defendant, what did he do then?
Se volvió a ir a su camioneta
he went back to his truck.
y lo que hizo nosotros pensamos que se iba a ir, pero él se echó de reversa y le empezó a pegar a mi camioneta.
What he did, we thought that he was gonna leave, but he went backwards and started hitting my truck.
And what were you feeling at that time?
Pues miedo,
I was afraid
Why were you afraid?
porque
because
no sé qué podría pasar en ese momento.
I didn't know what could happen at that moment.
And so after he was striking your vehicle, what did you do?
Pues me quedé ahí, no me moví.
I stayed there, I did not move.
And do you recall how many times he struck your vehicle?
Pues como unas 8, no sé cuántas veces ya.
It was about 8 times, I don't know how many times.
Okay. And so I want to back up a little bit. When the defendant was at the car window, and he was asking for Brittany, what did Brittany do at that time?
Brittany le empezó a aventar cosas
She started throwing things at him.
Okay.
y le pegó con una caña de pescar en su frente donde le abrió.
And she hit him with a fishing pole in his forehead, and she made a laceration.
Okay, and was the defendant bleeding on your car?
Sí,
Yes,
Okay. And then after the defendant crashed into your vehicle, did he get back out of his car after he crashed into your vehicle?
sí.
yes.
And okay, when he got out of his car again, what did he do?
Se sube a su camioneta en la parte de atrás,
He gets on his truck in the back part.
lo cual trae una caja de herramientas
He had a toolbox.
y entonces en eso saca un fierro. En cuanto nosotros nos vamos, él se avienta de su carro y avienta el fierro a mi carro, lo
He
cual
takes an iron rod, he goes into his truck, he gets off and throws the iron rod at my car.
I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit number 10. Can you tell me what is that?
es mi camioneta.
That is my truck.
And I'm gonna show you State's Exhibit number 17. Can you tell me what that is?
Aquí es donde él rompió la ventana de mi camioneta.
That's where he broke the window to my car.
Okay, and do you know how he broke the window to your car?
Cuando aventó el fierro.
When he threw the iron rod at it.
Now, I'm gonna show you what's been entered into evidence as State's Exhibits number 18 and 19. Specifically with State's Exhibit number 18, can you tell me what is in the car?
Todo lo que está en
Everything that's there?
Just, what is this item?
una caña de pescar.
That's a fishing pole.
And is that the same fishing pole that Brittany used to strike the defendant?
No,
No,
traía,
Um,
traía otra.
there was another one.
okay. And, in regards to State's Exhibit number 19, can you tell me what that is?
What exhibit number? I'm sorry.
19.
Este es el fierro que él aventó.
This is the piece of metal that he threw at us.
And, well, Your Honor, I can have a minute to.
Yes. And defense, you can move around.
I'm sorry, Judge.
You can move about the
Oh,
courtroom.
okay.
The deputy will get some for you.
Well, I'm gonna show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 21. So if you could look at what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 1.
What number,
Okay.
Megan? I'm sorry. 21.
21. Do you recognize this?
Sí, es el fierro que él nos aventó.
Yes, that's the metal rod that he threw at us.
Your Honor, at this time, the state offers State's Exhibit number 21 into evidence.
Your Honor, I object to State's Exhibit 21 being admitted because on the basis of relevance, it's not relevant to prove any of the elements of the offense for what he is charged. The only manner and means that he's charged with is hitting their vehicle with his vehicle, not with a metal rod, not breaking the back window with a metal rod. And this is only to show that the back window was broken by allegedly him throwing this object, which is not in the indictment under any of the counts. So we believe it's not relevant to prove any of the elements in the indictment as charged.
All right, state.
Your Honor, and we're offering it to prove the defendant's intent and his state of mind, and not as anything extraneous or what defense is referring to.
All right, state's exhibit number 21 is admitted.
May I publish, Your Honor?
Yes.
Now, Raquel, after the defendant threw State's Exhibit number 21 into your back windshield, what happened?
Nosotros nos fuimos de ahí.
We left there.
And where did you go?
Nos dirigimos hacia la salida de, nos salimos en la salida de Facebook.
We went towards, we exited on Fredericksburg.
Okay, and where specifically did you go in Fredericksburg?
Nos fuimos a la gasolinería en la Quick Trip que estaba del otro lado.
We went over to the gas station, the QT that was on the other side.
Okay, and once you were at the Quick Trip, did police officers show up there and sit with you?
No, ellos nos prendieron las torretas cuando íbamos a mitad del puente.
No, they turn on their lights once we hit, halfway through the bridge.
Okay, is that the bridge on Fredericksburg Road?
Sí,
Yes,
Okay, and so the police officers put their lights on to try to stop you?
sí,
yes,
Okay, and so did you make contact with them at the gasoline station on Fredericksburg?
sí.
yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna show you what's been marked, it's been entered into evidence. Our state's exhibit number 2.
It's not.
Yeah, there's a man trying to get into a woman's car. She's screaming. His license plate number is off.
Okay. So in state's exhibit number 2, recount, is this your black Ford Expedition?
Sí,
Yes,
And is that your arm coming out of the driver's side?
sí,
yes,
And is that the person that you've identified as the defendant here in court today?
sí,
yes,
DT 5133. It's in a Dodge truck. This woman is screaming. It's a brown Dodge truck. And the woman the woman's in a black Expedition. Stop and say,
And this truck that's depicted right here is not the truck that the defendant was driving on the often.
Could you repeat the question for the interpreter?
Yes. The truck that is shown right here, is that the truck that the man that was hanging on your window was driving on that day?
Objection to leading.
Right, that'll be sustained.
Do you see the truck in the video?
sí.
Yes,
Okay, who was driving that truck?
La persona que nos agredió ese día.
the person that assaulted us that day.
Started the call. Okay, so right here, if you see on the video, do you know what the defendant is doing right there with the toolbox?
Yo miré cuando él se subió y estaba buscando como nos, pues en ese momento no sabía qué es lo que estaba buscando.
I saw that he got in, he got up, he was looking for, at that moment, I didn't know what he was looking for.
Okay, and is that from where he retrieved state's exhibit number 21?
Section deleting.
That'll be overruled.
Sí,
Yes,
Now, earlier when I asked you how many times the defendant crashed into your vehicle, I believe you stated 8 times. But on the video that we see here, it looks to be about a total of 3 times. Can you explain that to me, what you meant by the 8?
pues es que yo en ese momento ya no, yo no recuerdo cuántas veces me pegó, pero sí, yo sé que me pegó varias veces.
well, it's just at that moment, I don't remember how many times he hit me, but I know that it was several times.
Okay. And after watching state's exhibit number 2, is that showing the events as they occurred on the date of the offense?
Sí,
Yes.
We pass the witness, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor. Raquel, my name is Megan Enriquez. I'm one of Edgar's attorneys. I just want to start by saying that I hate what happened to you in March of 2023, but I have to ask you a few follow-up questions to what the prosecutor asked you, okay?
está bien.
That's fine.
This was very scary for you, right?
Sí,
Yes,
And very scary for your daughters, right?
sí,
yes,
And just so the jury knows, before this date, you didn't know Edgar, right?
no,
no,
He's not a family member.
no,
no,
He's not a friend or anything like that.
no,
no,
Not a friend of your daughters or anything either, right?
no.
no,
So this was a very bizarre and confusing situation for y'all, right?
Sí,
yes,
In fact, you stated that at first you thought maybe he was trying to help you, like maybe something had fallen off of your vehicle, right?
sí,
yes,
Because you were confused as to who this person was that was approaching your vehicle and possibly following you, right?
sí,
yes,
And you said a little bit about when he's at your window that we can see in the video, he's saying some things to you, right? To you and your daughters.
sí,
yes,
And he's not making a whole lot of sense, right?
no,
no,
He's saying something about wanting to take the girl, right?
sí,
yes,
And you had no idea who he was referring to, if he was referring to you or your daughters or someone else, right?
sí sé que se estaba refiriendo a mi hija.
I know that he was referring to my daughter.
Okay, it was clear to you that he was talking about Brittany.
Sí,
Yes.
And it appears to me from your testimony with Miss Galloway that that was the scariest part of this whole situation for you, right?
sí,
Yes.
The fact that he was trying to take your daughter, talking about kidnapping your daughter, right?
sí,
Yes.
The part where I saw you get most emotional is when he said, let me take the girl. And when he was talking and you were talking about what he was saying to you, right?
sí,
Yes.
So that part of the interaction was even scarier than his truck hitting your expedition, right?
sí.
Yes.
And the damage to the side of your vehicle wasn't extensive, right?
Pues sumió lo que fue la lámina de al lado.
Well, he caved in the part on the side.
Okay, but you were still able to open the doors, right?
Sí,
Yes.
When y'all get to the quick trip, both of the doors on the side of the vehicle that was hit were able to open.
sí,
Yes.
And when his truck did hit your vehicle, it was at a very slow rate of speed, right?
de un principio sí, pero ya la última vez no, así sí fue recién.
At the beginning it was, but the last part it wasn't. It was hard.
And he didn't have a lot of space to back up, right?
I'm gonna object to
En esta,
speculation.
All right, that'll be sustained.
There was a car behind him, correct?
no,
No?
Do you recall that there were vehicles piled up behind him?
atrás de él no había ningún vehículo.
There was no vehicle behind him.
Okay, well, we know that there's at least one because this video was taken from the inside of a vehicle that's parked behind him.
I'm gonna object to this statement, not a question.
All right, that'll
Correct.
be overruled.
El vehículo de esta persona estaba más atrás, estaba como atrás del mío.
This person's vehicle was further back. It was behind mine.
Okay. But he went maybe a little bit into the next lane, is that correct? So maybe like one car could fit in the space between the vehicle that's taking this video and the truck, right?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
The damage to the broken window to the back of your expedition, that wasn't caused by his truck hitting your car, right?
No,
No?
That was after you testified that there was a metal object that was thrown as you were driving away. Is that correct?
sí,
Yes.
Did the DA's office ever ask you for the amount of damage to your vehicle or anything like that?
sí,
Yes.
Did they explain to you that they would be charging him with an offense relating to damaging your vehicle?
no,
No?
Did they explain to you that they would be charging with an offense about trying to kidnap your daughter or anything that he said?
Judge, I'm gonna object as to confusing the issues, characterizing the evidence and our relevance because
All right, it'll be sustained as to relevance.
You know that he's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, right?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you, Raquel.
All right, any follow-up questions?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right, is this witness excused?
By the state, yes.
Nothing further from the defense. She can be excused.
All right, you may step down. All right, state, call your next witness.
The state calls Brittany Camacho.
Go ahead, take a seat, please. Can you raise your right hand? If you raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna need an interpreter.
I asked if she wanted to do it in Spanish. She says, I speak both, but I did not understand what you said.
All right, so it may be best to have the interpreter.
¿Tiene mejor con intérprete en español?
You want to re-swear for the judge?
Yes, I will. Oh, no problem.
Thank you, Judge. We're ready.
Thank you. All right. Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you may lower your hand. All right, you may proceed. State.
What is your name?
Brittany Camacho.
Okay, Brittany, I'm gonna ask you to position the mic to where it's in front of your mouth. If you can pull it down a little bit. And I'm gonna ask you to speak into it so we can hear you, okay?
We just need to hear the interpreter.
I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. Judge.
No problem.
Okay. How old are you today, Brittany?
I'm 19 years old.
Okay, and do you live in Bear County, Texas?
Yes.
How long have you lived in Bear County?
Almost all my life.
Okay, and do you have family that lives here in Bear County with
Yes,
Okay, and who is that?
Mi mamá, mi papá, y mis hermanos.
my mom, my dad, my siblings.
Okay, and what is your mother's name?
Raquel Alfonso.
Okay.
Raquel Alfonso.
Raquel y Delfonso.
And what is your sister's name?
Fatima Camacho.
Okay. And do you know why you're here today?
Yes,
Why is that?
Por el nombre que nos sacó.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. What are you-
Por el hombre que nos sacó. For the man who attacked us.
Oh, for the men that attacked us. I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's just that I hear a lot of echo and I
Judge,
can't
you
understand.
can move it up. I'm sorry. If you want to move
Solo
it.
el micrófono, okay. Yes.
No. You can just move the microphone up.
Okay, sí, súbalo completamente. Ahí está, ahí está.
Okay. And so the day that you were attacked, what were you doing that day?
Estaban viendo un doctor. El doctor.
We were going over to see a doctor, the doctor.
Okay. And in what car were you traveling in?
For expedition black.
Ford Expedition Black.
And who was in the car with you?
My mom and my sister.
Okay, Judge, can we approach really quickly?
All right, no, just a second, excuse me. So we have an interpreter. So because we have an interpreter, you need to speak in Spanish. If you do not wish to speak in Spanish and you're going to speak in English, then we will not have an interpreter for you. But you cannot speak part in Spanish and part in English. It has to be one or the other. So do you wish to have the interpreter there or not?
No.
I need you to answer.
A ver, conteste en voz alta.
No.
No.
So you don't want to use the interpreter?
No.
Right, so that means that you need to speak in English. Are you able to speak completely in English?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Brittany, since you're gonna speak in English, I'm just gonna reposition the microphone. You're a little soft and so just gonna ask that you speak into that, okay? So we can hear you. All right, so you previously stated that you were in a black Ford Expedition, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and who was with you in that car?
My mom and my sister.
Okay, and that's Raquel and Fatima, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And where's your home located, or where was your home located on that day?
On Tally Road.
Okay. And when you guys took off to the appointment, what road did you get on to travel to the doctor's appointment?
We got by Wiseman and I'm not sure on the freeway.
Okay. And did you notice anything anything out of the ordinary at that time?
Yes, there was a truck who was parked 2 blocks houses from us.
Okay. Is this, you noticed the truck before you got into the Ford Expedition?
Yes.
Okay. And how were you able to notice the truck? What were you doing when you noticed the truck?
We were throwing the trash outside and taking out the trash can.
Okay. And do you remember what color the truck was?
It was brown.
Okay. And at that time, was the truck doing anything to bother you?
No.
Okay. And so you get in the Ford Expedition with your mom and your sister, and you guys take off on Tally Road to Wiseman. And then are you still seeing the truck, or what is happening at that time?
I didn't look back at that point, but he was honking.
Okay. And so after he was honking, what happened?
We were going on the freeway and is where we saw he was following us.
I'm sorry, I couldn't What was that?
All right, if you'll make sure that you speak up, please. All right, so you'll need to speak into the microphone so that everybody can hear. All right, you may continue.
Okay. And how old were you on the day that you were attacked?
I was 17.
Okay. And so when you were on the freeway, the truck is still following you, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened with the truck?
There was a point where he got in front of us and then we were behind. But there was another car behind us who was going fast. So we ended up going on the side of his truck and leaving.
Okay, and what happened after that?
Is where he put his car in front of us and he stopped us and he got down out of his car.
Okay, and when he got down out of his car, what did he do?
He went to my mom's side of her window. And my mom thought something happened to his car. So she rolled down a little bit the window, but he ended up putting his fingers in the window and pulling it down. And he started yelling to open the doors from the car.
And did he tell your mom anything else? Or did you hear him say anything else?
To get me out of the car.
From where?
From the back seat.
Okay. And so what do you do at this point?
There was a guy in the back seat because I was trying to defend my mom. And I got a fishing pole and started hitting him to leave us alone.
Okay. And were you able to see his face? Did you hit him? Was he bleeding or what happened?
I hit him in his head. He started bleeding on the side of his top of his head, but on the side.
And did he step away from your vehicle at that time?
What?
Did he, after you hit him with the fishing pole, did he stay at your vehicle or did he go somewhere else?
He was staying there still.
Okay. And
then he got up in his truck and started hitting where I was sitting in the backseat.
okay. And how was he hitting where the vehicle where you were sitting? With what was he hitting it?
He was he got up in his truck and he started hitting his truck with his truck.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you what has been entered into evidence. Can you see this screen? Okay, and can you tell me this that I'm pointing to, this vehicle is on?
That's our car.
Is that the Black Ford Expedition that you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And who is that man?
That was the guy who was attacking him.
Do you see him in court today?
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell me what color shirt he's wearing?
He's wearing blue. Green.
All right.
R5133. It's in a Dodge truck. This woman is screaming. It's a brown Dodge truck. And the woman the woman's in the Black Expedition.
So at this point in the vehicle, in the video, is that when he's telling your mom to get you out of the car?
Yes.
Are you doing the brakes? You okay?
You can't go up 513.
Okay, Brittany, so that video, it doesn't capture everything that we've talked about, today, right? That happened on the day you were attacked. But does that show, him hitting your vehicle the way that it happened on the day of the offense?
Yes.
Okay, and so when he was hitting your vehicle, how were you feeling at that time?
I was feeling scared
And why were you feeling scared?
because I didn't know that guy, if he started attacking us right away.
And so after he collides with the vehicle, what happened? Did he get off of his truck again, or what happened?
Yes, he got off his truck and he wanted to get something behind his truck to throw into our car.
Okay. And were you able to see what he grabbed?
No,
Okay. What happened with your back windshield?
it shattered
Okay. Why did it shatter?
because he threw something to the window.
Okay. And after the back windshield was shattered, what happened?
We ended up leaving because we had a space where we couldn't leave.
Okay. And while this was happening, did you call anyone or what happened?
Yes, I called 911.
Okay. Were you able to speak with 911?
I was not able to speak properly with 911 because I was scared and I was just screaming for help.
Okay. And did someone else get on the phone on that
Yes.
911 call?
My sister.
Okay. And so after you guys are able to leave from the location that's depicted in State's Exhibit number 2, where did you all go? So once you were able to drive off, where did you go?
We were thinking to go to my tia's house, but 911 told us that we cannot go there because probably he was still following us. So we ended up going to Creekville, but we saw there was a sheriff behind us.
Okay. And so when you got to the quick trip, did the sheriff follow you to the quick trip?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and did he make contact with you there at that quick trip?
Yes.
Okay. We pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Yes, Rena. Hi, Brittany. My name is Megan Enriquez, and I'm one of Edgar's attorneys, okay? I don't like that you have to be here talking about this in front of all these people. I don't like that at all, but I have to ask you a few questions to follow up on some things that the prosecutor asked you, okay? This was super scary for you and your mom and your sister, right? What happened in March of 2023? Okay. And there's been some testimony that Edgar is at your mom's window saying, "Give me the girl," right?
Yes.
And you know that that was in reference to you, or y'all think he was talking about you, right?
Yes.
And that was very, very scary for you and for your mom and your sister, right?
Yes.
Probably the scariest part of everything that happened that day, right? When he was talking about kidnapping or something like that. And you were able to act and hit him with the fishing pole, right?
Mhm.
He had an injury on his head that was bleeding, right? And there's maybe some blood on your mom's vehicle.
Mhm.
That was all his blood, right?
Yes.
You or your mom or your sister were never bleeding or had any physical injuries, right?
No.
Okay. And then you said there was space, y'all had space where you could leave, so your mom was able to drive off. That's right, right?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't, just to be clear too, you didn't know him from before this, right?
No.
He's not a family member of yours, not a friend of yours or your mom or your dad's or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And when he's at the window, could you hear what he was saying?
Yes and no.
It didn't make any sense, right? Like he was kind of talking gibberish, like it didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yes.
Did he appear to be acting normal, like a normal person?
No.
No. No further questions, Judge.
State.
We have no further questions.
All right, is this witness excused?
By the state, yes.
Defense, is this witness excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may step down. State, call your next witness.
The state calls Fatima Camacho.
You can have a seat. Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. So what I need you to do, make sure that you speak loudly enough and just speak in that microphone. You can adjust it however you need to adjust it so that the jurors can hear you and the court reporter can hear you and the attorneys, okay? All right. If you could state your name for the record.
Fatima Camacho.
All right, state.
Okay, Fatima, I know you're a little soft-spoken, so I'm gonna just ask you to use the mic so that I can hear you because we're kind of far from each other, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So Fatima, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. And you live in Bear County, Texas?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you lived in San Antonio or Bear County? For a long time or?
It's been a long time.
Okay. And who do you live in and who do you live with?
With my siblings and parents.
Okay, and what is your mother's name?
Raquel
What's her last?
Ildefonso.
Okay, and do you have a sister?
Yes.
And what is her name?
Brady Camacho.
And do you know why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay, why is that?
To speak about what happened.
And So the day that we're referring to is March 16th, 2023, right?
Yes.
Okay. And on that day, do you remember what you were doing or where you were going?
I was heading to a doctor's appointment for my sister.
Okay. And while you were getting ready to go to the doctor's appointment, did you have something to do around your house before you went to the appointment?
Pick up the trash.
Okay. When you were taking out the trash, did you notice any vehicles in particular?
No.
Okay. And so after you take out the trash, what vehicle did you get into? Was it a SUV or a car?
SUV.
Okay, and do you remember what color it was?
Black.
Okay. And who got into the car with you?
Me, my sister, and my mother.
Okay, and where were you sitting in the car?
In the passenger seat.
Where was your mom sitting?
In the driver's seat.
And where was your sister sitting?
In the back passenger seat.
And so, do you remember what road you took to the doctor's appointment?
Out of the place where I head out from my house.
Yeah, from where you live. Mhm.
Tally Road.
Okay. And did anything out of the ordinary happen while you were at Tally Road?
No.
No. So when did you notice the truck?
When I was in Weissman Road.
Okay, and what happened at Wiseman Road?
My mom was the one who she noticed the car.
Okay. And at that time, did you think anything of it?
No.
Okay, and so so what happened after the car was brought to your attention?
Not much.
Okay, did your mom keep driving?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
We're still heading to the doctor's appointment.
Okay. And then at some point, did the truck start getting aggressive with your car?
From that period of time?
Well, we can jump a little forward.
Into
So like, do you remember heading towards Fredericksburg Road?
yes.
Okay, and so what happened when you guys were getting near Fredericksburg Road with the truck?
It starts pushing us from the back.
Okay, and what was he pushing you with?
His car.
Okay. And so after he's pushing you from the back, what happens after that?
We moved to the other lane because there was a car in the back of us. It was, I believe it was a tow truck that was about to hit us, so we moved.
Okay. And so once you moved, I'm gonna ask you to look what's being depicted up there, State's Exhibit number 2. So do you see the black SUV on there?
Yes.
Is that your SUV or your mom's SUV that you guys were driving that day?
Yeah.
Okay, and the truck that's on there, do you know who was driving that truck?
The man.
Okay, and so once you were pulled over like that, can you tell me what happened with the truck? Like once you stated earlier that you guys pulled off to the side, like in the shoulder, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and so once you guys pulled over, what happened?
He got out in that moment.
No, like as soon as you guys pulled over, What, did he get off of his truck or what happened?
He got out of his truck.
Okay, and what did he do when he got off of his truck?
He started screaming, but I couldn't hear him.
Okay, and where did he go while he's screaming?
He was heading to the driver's side.
Okay, and who was sitting in the driver's side?
My mother.
Okay, and what did you see your mom do when he was going to the driver's side?
She could she barely couldn't hear him, so she kind of opened the window a little bit.
Okay, and what did he do with the window?
He pulled it down.
Okay, and did you hear him saying anything to your mom?
No, he was just trying to force the window to go down.
Okay. Later on, did you hear him say anything to your mom?
That she wanted the girl from the back.
Okay. And who was sitting in the back seat?
My sister.
Is that Brittany?
Yes.
Okay. And what was Brittany doing at this time?
She started screaming and freaking out.
Okay. Did she grab anything to defend herself? Do you know?
Yes. The first items, I wasn't sure what she threw, but she threw some stuff.
Okay. And did Brittany make a 911 call while this was happening?
Yes.
Okay, and was she able to speak to 911?
Not really.
Okay, and so who got on the phone for Brittany?
Me.
Okay. And I'm gonna publish the exhibit number 5. Been entered on. What is it supposed to be? Oh.
Calm down so I can help. Know where you're at, and I feel like okay, well, where are you? What's going on there?
Hold on, hello?
Yes.
Yes,
What's going on?
sorry, we're in the freeway and this dude with the truck, it's been.
So I'm gonna pause to exhibit number 5. The person that was speaking beforehand, was that Brittany?
Yes.
Okay, and the person that was speaking right now when I paused it, who is that? Okay.
Chasing us around, and we were about to crash a truck, so we moved away, and then he stopped us again, trying to get something from the back. I don't know what he wants. If you just,
Where are you?
we're close to Ferryfoot Road. Please come, because he doesn't want to leave us alone, please.
What kind of vehicle is it? What kind of vehicle is it?
I took a
Okay, what kind of vehicle?
I don't know, it's a truck, please.
What color is it? What is your name? Fatima?
Yes,
What's your phone number?
210, 8011971.
What kind of vehicle are you in?
A car.
recorded. But you don't know what?
He doesn't want to leave us alone. We're here literally. He doesn't want to leave us alone.
What is he hitting your vehicle with?
With his car, with his.
Stay on the phone with me.
Okay.
You don't see any weapons? We are getting somebody out there, man. They're right there on the access room. So how long have you been chasing them for? So all of a sudden you just started chasing you, you don't know why?
Yes, but no.
Okay, officers out there, stay on the phone. Weapon? We don't want you to go into the house. We don't want you to know where you live.
No, we just left.
So then where are you?
We just started off.
Where are you at?
We're doing the freeway.
I need you to get off.
We're getting off the freeway. Going to one of my family members.
Ma'am, don't do that. Do not do that. You're gonna take them to where you live. Don't do that.
And then we
Just keep driving. We're gonna get somebody out there for you. Don't go there.
okay.
Where are you?
We're close to the exit of roll. Can we just get down and just some
Yes, if you can, yes. Is he following you still?
We don't see him no more.
Okay, that's good.
We're going to the quick trip gas station.
Where?
Around first.
On what street? Is it on Fredericksburg?
Okay, Fatima, so after, do you see the person here today that was at your mom's driver's side window and was crashing into your car? Can you take a look around and see if you see him? If you need to stand up. So do you see that person here today?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me what color shirt he's wearing?
Blue.
Okay, and can you point to him very quickly? Okay, let the record reflect this witness has identified the defendant. And so after the defendant crashes into your car, does he get back off of his truck or what does he do?
He moves his car in the side if he gets down.
Okay, and when he got down, what did he do?
He went in the back of his truck and got something from his toolbox.
Okay, and what did he do with the thing that he got?
He threw it from the back window.
Okay, and what happened with the back window?
It broke.
Okay, and then after he did that, where did you, your mom, and your sister go in the vehicle?
We had we got there and we put the picture.
Okay, and once you were at the Quick Trip, were there police officers there?
When we got out of the freeway, there was one in the back of us, kind of in the back of us.
Okay, and did those police officers follow you to the Quick Trip?
Yes.
Okay, and once you and your mom and your sister were at the Quick Trip, did those officers speak with you?
Yes.
Okay. And when the defendant was crashing into your car, how were you feeling?
Scared.
Okay, and why were you feeling scared?
Since I didn't know what could happen next.
Were you scared that you're gonna be hurt?
Actually deleting.
All right, that'll be sustained.
And does your mom, in the 911 call, you said something about your mom's heart. Can you tell me about that?
Your heart tone?
Okay. And were you concerned about that, given the situation that you all were in?
Yes.
And can you kind of tell me what Brittany was like when this was going on?
Or can you repeat the question?
How was Brittany acting when this ordeal was going on?
She was really scared and kind of freaking out
Okay.
in the situation.
We passed the witness, Your Honor.
All right, defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Hi, Fatima. My name is Megan Enriquez. I'm one of Edgar's attorneys, and I don't like that I have to talk to you about this situation. I know that it was very scary for you and your mom and your sister, but I'm gonna ask you some questions to follow up on some things you just talked about with the prosecutor, okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. This was super, super scary for you and your mom and your sister, what happened in March of 2023, right?
Yes.
We can hear the fear definitely in your sister's voice and even in your voice and a little bit what you can hear of your mom in the background, right?
Yes.
Y'all didn't know Edgar before this interaction on the highway, right? Is he a family member or anything like that?
No.
Is he a friend of your parents or you or your sister?
No.
Okay. So he was a stranger to y'all, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you had no idea why he's approaching your vehicle, right?
Yes.
And you hear him saying things through the window, but you can't make out what he's saying, right?
Yes.
It was bizarre, right? It was really strange what was happening.
Yes.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense. You didn't know what he needed, right?
Yes.
Your mom had no idea what he needed. She thought maybe something had fallen off of her car or something.
Yes.
Okay. And so, and then y'all do hear him say something about taking the girl, right?
Yes.
And he was referring to your sister, right?
Yes.
And at that point, that's when she calls 911, right?
Yes.
And Brittany is the initial 911 caller. She dials 911. She's the first one on the line that we just heard, right?
Yes.
And she's the one that we can hear crying and screaming and all that, right?
Yes.
And this is before he's hit your vehicle, right? Because you're on the phone with 911 when his truck hits your mom's car, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Brittany is already panicked and crying and screaming before he hits your mom's car.
Yes.
And that's because he's saying things about kidnapping, he's pushing the window down, like scuffling with your mom and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
So all of that was what prompted y'all to call 911.
Yes.
Okay. And then Brittany is having a hard time communicating, so she hands the phone over to you in the front seat, right?
Yes.
And you're a little more composed and calm, right? And are able to speak a little more clearly with the 911 dispatcher.
Yes.
Okay. And while you're on the phone with the dispatcher, that's when hits your mom's car, right? The car that you're in.
Yes.
Okay. And this is after they've already hit him with the fishing pole and he's bleeding and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
Were you and your mom and your sister, none of y'all were physically injured, right?
No.
Like no cuts, bruises, injuries like that, right?
No.
Okay. So the only one that was physically injured was Edgar, right?
Yes.
Okay. And there was some minor damage to the side of your mom's vehicle where he had hit it, right?
Yes.
But when y'all got to the quick trip, she and your sister were able to open the doors and the doors opened and closed.
No.
They got out of the car, right, through those car doors?
What was the driver in the back door? We couldn't open it. So they had to get down from the opposite side.
Really? Okay, I think when the police pulled up, they got out of the vehicle from their car doors. That's okay, we can move on from that. There was damage to the back window of your mom's car, right? To the back windshield, or not the windshield, but the back window?
Yes.
Okay. But that didn't happen from him hitting your mom's car with the truck, right?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. So when y'all are on the side of the highway, he hits your mom's car with his truck, right? Driving real slowly and his tires are spinning, right? Remember that part while you're on the phone?
Yes.
Okay. But it isn't until later when the back window breaks. That's later, right? When you're driving off?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just being clear, the window wasn't broken from him hitting the car with his truck, the expedition with his truck. Okay. That was some other act where he threw some object, right, into your car?
He did do something in the back.
And that's what broke the back window?
Yes.
Okay. So also in the 911 call, you said he's trying to get something from the back. I don't know what he wants. Did it appear he was trying to like steal stuff from your car?
I meant to say he threw something in the back.
Okay. And then the dispatcher asked you, how long has he been chasing you? And you said not for too long, right?
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much, Fatima, for answering my questions.
All right, state,
No further questions.
is this witness excused or subject for recall?
Excused by the state.
Excuse from the defense.
All right, you may step down. Thank you. State, call your next witness.
Calls Officer Lawler.
All right, before he takes the stand, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a brief recess. So is 15 minutes or close to 15 minutes enough time for everyone? Please remember my previous instructions. Everyone, please rise for the jurors.